Hey y'all, so welcome back to my channel, or welcome back if you are new, and welcome back to another What's for Dinner. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some meals that I made my family throughout the week. You guys, my meals are easy, super delicious, and of course, budget friendly. You guys, I cannot wait to share with you all these delicious recipes that I know your whole family will love. So let's hop right into it. So this first meal that I'm going to be making, I'll be making sopes. This meal is super delicious and very, very easy to make. So here I just have some taco meat here that I picked up from our local Mexican store. And it's steak taco meat, so just in case you guys wanted to pick it up, that's what it's called. And then I also got some COTIJA cheese that I'm going to be using for my toppings. And I also got some tomatoes. And I love adding tomatoes to my toppings. You know, it's super delicious. And then I also have some adobo all-purpose seasoning along with some SAZON. And then behind that, I have some shredded lettuce that I'm going to be using for my toppings. You can use cilantro or cabbage, it's up to you. And then I also got some Mexican crema here. So keeping it quick and simple tonight, I'm going to be using these refried beans. My family really loves the chorizo flavored kind. And then here I just have some sopes, which you can see it has a pocket, and that's what you're going to fill all of your meat in, your beans, and all that deliciousness. And then I'm also going to be using vegetable oil. And before I forget, you guys, I'm also going to be using onion powder and garlic powder. So here I'm just going to start breaking up my meat, and I'm going to cook my meat up until all my liquid is nice and absorbed, you guys. So here I'm going to go in with my seasonings, and I'm going to put a generous amount because you already know, y'all, your girl loves her some seasonings, like I say in all my videos. So I've already put my adobo. I'm going to go ahead and put my SAZON, and then my onion powder and garlic powder. And so here's my taco meat all cooked up. I like to cook it until all my liquid is all absorbed, but I do like to keep a little bit in there just to make sure my meat stays nice and tender. So here, you guys, I have already started frying some of these. So I just fry them for about 1 to 2 minutes on each side, or it kind of just depends if you like your sope is crispy or soft. But either way, you guys, no matter which way you make them, I promise they're going to turn out absolutely delicious. And I know your family will love them just as much as mine does. So yeah, I want you all to let me know, you guys, in the comment section if you guys do decide to try out this recipe, or if you do try out the recipe, go ahead and let your girl know how it turned out for you. I hope your family enjoys it, and I hope they love it just as much as my family does. And so here's my plate, and I just topped my sopes off with the refried beans. I put my taco meat, lettuce, COTIJA cheese, and of course the tomatoes. And I just served mine with some refried beans on the side as well, and just topped it off with a little bit of mozzarella cheese until it melted, y'all. So bomb. So on this particular night, you guys, I'm going to be making some Salisbury steaks because that's what your girl's craving on that night, you guys. So here I just have some sliced mushrooms, and you can use whatever kind you prefer. I'm also going to be using 3 eggs along with an onion. I also have 3 pounds of ground beef, and I also have a little bit of butter along with 3 tablespoons of flour. I also have some salt and pepper along with some ketchup, and I'm also going to be using some parsley and Italian breadcrumbs. I have W sauce, Dijon mustard. I have a little olive oil. We're going to need some beef broth and au jus gravy mix. So this is everything we're going to be using, so let's hop right on into it. So the first thing I'm going to add is my parsley, and I really love this parsley. This is the kind that I buy all the time. I just love how it stays really fresh and it doesn't get dried out. So I really do recommend this kind. But next, I'm just going to go ahead and add in my eggs, my breadcrumbs, along with my ketchup, Dijon mustard, and W sauce. And I'm just going to mix that up and incorporate it until it's nice and well mixed. And also, if you guys are new, hello and welcome. My name is Tia, and I do bring these What's for Dinner videos to my channel weekly. If you think this would be something you'll be interested in, then I would love to have you consider subscribing. All you gotta do is hit on that subscription button down below, and also don't forget to put on your post notifications so you can get notified every time I upload a new video. And we have so much fun over here, you guys. So don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Your girl will definitely appreciate it. So yeah, y'all, so I'm gonna go in here and I'm just gonna go ahead and mix this with my bare hands. You know, that's the best way to do it. Go in there with your hands, you guys. Get in there and just mix that baby up. So yeah, I'm just gonna mix this until it's nice and mixed really well. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and form little patties. So here, you guys, you don't gotta make them exactly circled or oval. It does not matter. I don't care what shape they are. They're still gonna come out really, really delicious and bomb. So it looks like I'm kind of beating on it. I know, y'all. But anyways, I got about 22 of these patties out of 3 pounds. So if you are a larger family like I am, then trust me, 3 pounds will definitely be enough. So here to my pan, I'm just gonna go ahead and add in some butter, and I'm gonna let that baby melt. I'm gonna add in a little bit of olive oil as well. And then yeah, we're just gonna let that melt up and get our pan nice and heated up. So now I'm just gonna place my patties into my pan here, and I did season them with salt and pepper. And then once I do put them face down, I'm gonna go ahead and season salt and pepper on top of them as well. So I'm just gonna try to fit as much as I can into this pan, which this is a pretty big pan, so I can fit a generous amount in here. So that's one good thing I love about having a big old pan. But yeah, I'm just gonna fry these babies up until they're nice and cooked. So here's what the patties look like once they're done. I'm just kind of draining the excess oil off of them, and I'm just gonna be placing them onto this plate. And then after I get these ones out, I'm gonna go ahead and fry up the other ones, and then I'll be right back, and then we can get started on our sauce. So for the sauce, I just went ahead and added in about a tablespoon of butter. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in my mushrooms and my onions, and I'm just gonna kind of cook these down until they're not completely softened, but somewhat softened, because you don't want to cook it down, you guys, like you're making a burger, if you get what I'm saying. You just want to cook them down enough till they're kind of soft, but not a lot of soft. So once I got them softened, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my 3 tablespoons of flour, and I'm just gonna mix that up and incorporate that really well. And then here in a minute, we're gonna go ahead and add in our beef broth. And you guys, it's very, very simple. Like I said, I know I keep saying that, but it is so easy to make, you guys. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and add in my 4 cups of beef broth, and I'm just gonna mix that really, really well. And I do have a whisk, but I really did not want to use it on my pan because I didn't want to scratch it all up. So I'm just gonna stay mixing this baby up with my wooden spoon. So so yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. And then next I'm gonna be adding in the gravy mix along with the Dijon mustard, W sauce, and all that yummy good stuff. And also I wanted to let you guys know, well, if you guys are an oldie but a goodie, you guys probably already know, well, y'all know me, but anyways, if you guys are new to my channel, I did want to let you guys know that I do not really measure out my spices and seasonings. I just do it according to my taste and liking. So I really, really do recommend you guys to do it to your taste and liking, because, you know, my flavor might be a little too salty for you or not enough flavor, you get what I'm saying? So I really just tell you guys all the time just to do it according to your taste and liking, and I promise you it will come out absolutely delicious. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add in my patties, and I'm going to pop the lid on this, and I'm just going to let this cook on a simmer for about 10 minutes. And so here's the Salisbury steaks once they're done. As you guys can see, it looks absolutely delicious, and I had my whole house smelling so good. And so here's my plate, you guys, and I just paired mine with some mashed potatoes and some Southwest corn from Del Monte. They were seriously so bomb, you guys. And I also love to add on my Salisbury steaks on top of my potatoes. It just tastes so delicious that way. Well, to me anyway. But yeah, it was so good. So on this particular night, your girl's going to be making some carne con papas. It is really good, you guys. So here I just have a pack of stew meat here. I did end up using 2 packs because I am a larger family. And I'm also going to be going in with some olive oil. And then here I also have 2 cans of El Pato hot tomato sauce, which I am going to be using 3. And it's really not that spicy, I promise you guys. Especially because we're going to be diluting it with water. So it kind of helps so it's not too spicy. And then it shows that I have 3 serrano peppers here, but I did end up only using 1. And then I also have some cilantro. I also have some potatoes. And then I'm also going to be going in with my all-purpose adobo seasoning, along with some beef bouillon, some onion powder, and some garlic powder. So this is everything we're going to be using. So let's hop right into it. Oh, and we're also going to be using water. So let's go. So the first thing I'm going to do is just cut my stew meat into bite-sized pieces. Even though they are already in chunks, I like to do them smaller just so it can cook a little faster. And I really want to get the stew meat really tender. And you guys, this is a little time consuming when you are making this, because we really want to get our meat nice and tenderized, and just so it can be so delicious. So here you guys, I have all my meat already cut up, and my potatoes have already been peeled and cleaned and cut. So yeah, y'all, so let's hop right into it. So here I just added a little bit of olive oil into my pan, and I added in my stew meat. I'm going to go ahead and season this with my adobo all-purpose seasoning, along with my sazon and onion powder and garlic powder. And of course, to taste, you guys, like I say all the time, and I am going to season this very generously, because you already know your girl loves her some flavor and some seasonings. So once I do this, we are going to pop our lid on, and we are going to let this simmer for about 20 minutes until all the liquid has absorbed into the meat, just to help it get nice and tenderized. And so once all the liquid absorbed, I went ahead and added in my onions. I'm going to be adding in a cup of water, and we're going to bring this back to a simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes, again, just until our liquid has absorbed. Like I said, I really want to get my meat nice and tender, just so it's nice and tender and juicy. Because I mean, who doesn't love tender meat, you guys? It's going to be absolutely delicious. And so here, all my liquid is already gone. So I'm just going to go ahead and add in my potatoes. And so now I'm going to get ready and add in my 3 cans of El Pato hot tomato sauce, you guys. And like I said, it's not going to be so spicy, because we are going to be adding in 3 of these cans filled with water. So it does dilute it down, so it's not so spicy, I would say. So, but if you are a little afraid of the spice, you can go ahead and swap these out for regular tomato sauce. But you guys, I promise you, give these a try. They're really not that spicy. It really just has a delicious bomb flavor that we all love, you guys. I'm telling you, it's super good. So now I'm gonna go in with my beef bouillon, just adding that in to taste. I'm gonna go in with my adobo all-purpose seasoning, along with onion powder and garlic powder. And so after I seasoned it and mixed it up really well, I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to turn my heat down to medium-low, and I'm going to pop the lid on and just let it simmer for about 15 minutes, or until your potatoes are nice and cooked. And so here it is once it's done. As you can see, it's nice and juicy. I like to add on some cilantro. Then I'm going to pop the lid on with the heat off for about 2 to 3 minutes, just to let the cilantro flavors get all in there and make it nice and delicious. So here it is all done, you guys. As you can see, I only added in about 1 jalapeno, and I'm telling you guys, it was super delicious, you guys. Y'all need to try it out. And so here's my plate. I just served mine with some Mexican rice and some refried beans on the side. So on this particular night, I'm gonna be making some delicious creamy garlic chicken breast. You guys, this recipe is super easy to make, so simple and so delicious. So here I just have a pack of chicken breast that I just filleted in half, and I just went in with my tenderizing tool just to tenderize it a little bit. And I'm also going to be going in with some olive oil. I also have a medium onion that I chopped. I also have some Parmesan cheese, along with some crunchy crack, or you can use butter. And I'm also going to be going in with some heavy whipping cream. I also have some chicken broth, salt, garlic powder, and pepper, along with some all-purpose flour and some parsley for freshness and just to give it that pretty little look. So this is everything we're going to be using, so let's hop right into it. And also, before I forget, we're going to be going in with some grated Parmesan cheese as well, y'all. So first, I'm just going to go ahead and season my chicken breast with salt and pepper on both sides. And then we're going to get ready and work on our flour, you guys. So it's a very simple recipe, and it's actually really quick. And I'm telling you guys, you're gonna be obsessed with this. This is like one of my favorite ways on making chicken. Like, I love this recipe. My whole family loves it as well. So definitely give this one a try. So now we're gonna get ready and flour them. So I did season my flour, you guys, with the grated Parmesan cheese along with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And it's just gonna give your chicken the extra delicious flavor. I don't know about you guys, but I love seasoning my chicken or pork chops or anything like that. And I also season my flour. So let me know, do you guys do the same thing, or do you just season your flour? But for me personally, I love seasoning both. I just feel like it gives all the delicious flavor and it's just really, really good. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up flouring these, then we're gonna get ready to fry them. So to my nonstick pan, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my butter, and I'm also gonna be using a little bit of olive oil, and then I'm gonna be letting this heat up, and then we're gonna add in our chicken breast. And you guys, this chicken breast does not take long to cook at all, because since I did tenderize it and it got thin, so it kind of cooked really, really fast. So that was a good thing. And plus it just makes your chicken nice and juicy and so delicious, y'all. So yeah, I'm gonna add these into my pan here, and then I'll be back on here once they're ready to be flipped. And so here I have just flipped them. They are almost done. So I'm just gonna let these finish up cooking. Then we're gonna remove them, and I'm gonna place them into my baking dish on the side. So into my same pan, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my onions, and I'm just gonna saute these just for about 1 to 2 minutes just to get them a little softened, you guys. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add in my chicken broth. And so once my onions were nice and softened, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my chicken broth. And you kind of want to add in just as much as you'd like. It just kind of depends on how saucy you want your sauce to be. For me, I just used half of this big container here, which was perfect. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add in my heavy whipping cream, and I'm just gonna mix that up really, really well. Then I'm gonna go ahead and bring this to a simmer. And before I did end up bringing it up to a simmer, you guys, I forgot to mention I am gonna be adding in my Parmesan cheese first. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start mixing that really well and get it nice incorporated so the cheese can get nice and melted. And then after that, I'm gonna bring it into a simmer, and then we're gonna get ready and add in our chicken breast. And so once my sauce begins to simmer, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my garlic powder, and I'm also gonna be adding in some black pepper. And I'm putting a real generous amount of garlic powder because I just love garlic. It just makes everything taste good. So yeah, I'm just adding in my pepper, and then now I'm gonna get ready and add in all my chicken breast. And we're only gonna cook this up in the sauce for about 10 minutes, you guys. So it is super quick. And I'm also gonna top this off with some fresh parsley. So you guys, look at this delicious sauce, you guys. It's gonna be absolutely delicious. So now I'm just gonna get ready and pop my lid on, and I'm just gonna let this simmer, like I said, for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then it's gonna be all done. And so here's what it looks like once it's done, you guys. It looks absolutely delicious, and the sauce got thicker, and it's nice and garlicky, y'all. And here is my plate, and I just paired mine with some mashed potatoes, and I also made some green beans with bacon. You guys, it was absolutely amazing. Go ahead and give this one a try. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.